So, welcome to our podcast show. Please, let's start from this side. Let's start with the introduction.
All right, my name's Stanley Smith. I'm from Arlington, Texas, and I play left wing, right wing, and left back.
My name is Gabriel Quesada, number 12, and I play right back. And I'm from, where am I from? I'm from Temecula or Murrieta, California.
My name is Adrian Villanueva. I'm from Arlington, Texas. I play attacking mid and right and left forward.
Okay. So, again, let's start from this side first. This time, how did you start playing soccer? Like, what was your motivation to play
Well, my
soccer?
motivation, it came from two older brothers that they started playing, and because of my dad, he loves the game and everything. I started playing in Mexico on this academy called Tigres, that they're from Monterrey, and I just picked up after my two older brothers. I always watching the games, watching them, and so I just got stuck.
Let's see. My motivation for soccer initially started with my uncle Paul. Probably started playing around 4 or 5 recreationally, and I remember playing in the front yard with him. And that's kind of where it all started, and it's had its ups and downs throughout the years. But I'd say now it's really about just doing something that I enjoy and am passionate about, and committing to be my best at it. So that's what kind of drives me now.
My motivation, I guess I started playing soccer when I was 4 just because my parents just wanted me to be in a sport that would tire me out a lot, so they kind of just threw me in every sport, and I just happened to like soccer the most.
Okay.
So, but I mean, after that, once I started playing and like started playing competitively, I started to really realize I think this is what really what I want to do, and it makes me happy, and that's what you have to do in life. Do it makes you happy, so this is what I'm doing.
Cool. What other sports did you participate in?
I played basketball, played football 1 year, did not like that. No, that was not for me.
I was the kick returner, and I stayed running.
I was like, I told myself I would try it one time, and I did it in 8th grade. And after that, I was like, okay, I did footballs, but now I'm gonna stick to actual football. Actual football.
I like
so,
it.
but yeah, that's about it.
Okay, so coming after all those years that you were deciding what to do sport-wise, you choose soccer, and then coming to the current year, how did you hear about CCFC?
Yeah, that's actually kind of funny. So I think I was on Twitter,
Okay.
and I was looking at teams because I wanted to play PDL again. I was looking at teams to play for, and I came across their club on Twitter, and I was like, okay, cool, like this is a new team in Texas, blah blah blah. I wanted to know how to get in touch with them. I didn't know, like I was just looking for one way to get in touch with them. And so I saw that they had 2 kids, Seth and Caro, that had signed. And my first thing was, I was like, you gotta figure out how to connect with them. So I was like, all right, what are you gonna do? DM'd him on Twitter. I said, hey, I was like, Carl, congratulations on making a team. Do you know the coach's contact information? And he sent me the coach's contact information, sent the coach my email, and sent him my resume and all that other stuff, my highlight tape. And a couple months later, I ended up getting a call saying that I was gonna be on the team. And that was that.
So basically,
thank you to social media.
Yeah. So you created your own chances,
Yeah,
like in the game,
got to.
in your life. Too,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Great. I like it. Same question for you, Gabriel.
It's kind of the same as Stanley. You got to create your opportunities, as you said, because what I found is opportunities don't typically come knocking. You got to seek them out and make them for yourself. So I was planning to go back to my team for PDL that I played for last year. We had a pretty good season, and the club ended up not maintaining its franchise moving into this season, and I started looking pretty late for teams. I think it was mid-March by the time I started looking. Most teams already have their open tryouts by then, and rosters are pretty much 80 to 90% filled. So I reached out to a handful of the newer teams joining the league, figuring they'd still be looking for players, and I heard back from CCFC. I really liked what I heard from the coaching staff and the vision they had of what they wanted to build here, and the professionalism and the resources they had to back up what they were saying. And, kind of stepped out on a leap of faith and enjoyed it since.
Great. I'm glad you did, because you're scoring goals and getting us W's.
No problem.
Well, for me, it's kind of kind of a little bit different because I mean I'm from Corpus, but I've been training with Sebastian when I first got here when I was like around the 8th grade, like 15, 14. I started training with them and everything, and so whenever I found, well, actually they told me they were gonna make a team, like a semi-pro team. So I asked about it and everything, and told me, yeah, come to the first tryouts. I went, got the call, and I made the team.
Cool. Well, congrats to all of you again for being a part of this team. So, moving forward, now that the roster is established, you know who you're playing with, and all that. What do you think about the training methods and like coaches and the stuff that like the players that most of them came from around the world basically? What are your thoughts about knowing a lot of people in a short amount of time and having to play soccer with them?
I'll start off with that. Starting with the coaches specifically, I really appreciate their high level of intentionality. It shows in their preparation and the things that they do, and what they're giving their best effort to bring to us as players. It shows that one, they have the education to back what they're saying, and then the follow through to actually bring some of those to us and make those things happen. So, tell me again the second part of the question.
What was your? Damn, I forgot the second part.
It'll come back to you.
Like, what's your training thoughts on the training, basically training methods and having to play soccer with players that came here in Corpus Christi around the world?
Okay.
Because everybody has a different understanding of soccer, you know.
Styles.
Yeah, I think what was important is from the very beginning, before they even brought players in, they shared specifically what type of soccer they were looking to play, and they wanted to bring in a group of players that knew how to play that.
Right.
So obviously we still have some guys that have their minor differences, but I think that process of kind of narrowing down people that already fit the style that they're looking for has really helped smooth out the gelling process. Obviously we still have our growing pains, any
Right.
team will, just trying to grow chemistry as quickly as we can. But training has been good. It started off here, and we've been growing consistently since. And I would just say our goal is to reach the peak or the potential of what this team is capable by 75% of the season, and then hopefully rolling into playoffs with that momentum.
All right, and I'll pass the same question to you, Stanley.
I think the coaching staff really pays close attention to detail, and I think you don't see that a lot when you start getting up into after high school. When you start getting up into these higher leagues, it's kind of just like just go, just play, blah blah blah, and they're just really specific on what they want from us, and I think that's helped me become like a better player automatically, just because they're so specific on what they want from you.
Right.
And it's like you have to do it this way, and if it's not this way, then like it's not gonna work. And like everybody has their certain role in the team, and so everybody needs to know like exactly what they need to do. And if one person's off, it throws off like the whole team. So I think them being so specific with what they want, it makes us like look better and play better and want us everybody to like gel together as a team. And I think playing with guys from like all over the world it's like I think it's really cool because like for me playing when I went to college, I only played with people from America, and then when I went to college I started playing with people from England, Scotland, Ireland, like all over the world. It's just like you realize that there's so many different styles to like playing the game, and just like it's kind of crazy. And it's just like we all like we all interpret the game differently. But like when we come together, like we all like have our special attributes that we put together, and like we play the game like the way that needs to be played. So I think obviously like there's a little sometimes like some communication, some language barriers just because people don't talk English a lot. But I mean when you're on the field, like soccer's soccer. So
Yeah.
It's like I think it's cool. I think it's awesome. And like you like I'll remember these guys for life. Like I'll never forget like some of the guys I've played with. So I mean if I want to go to Serbia and see Nenad, I'm like, Nenad, he'll be like, yeah, like come over. Like I'm just like, all right, cool. Like so I mean like you never know where it could take you. So I mean I think it's pretty awesome.
They took all the answers. Well, for the coaching, just like Stanley said, like like they pay attention to details. Like they always make you work hard to improve like your potential, to take your potential out and everything. And what else? Like yes, and everything. And then playing with.
Here, just read this.
I just playing like with different guys like from other countries. It's like it's really fun. It's really cool, you know, knowing like their personalities, like their cultures and everything, and then bringing them to the team, and you know, working the chemistry and everything. It's really fun.
Well, now I want to break this conversation and like ask you guys rather fun question. Is it soccer or football in your opinion? And it's an open field. You can discuss. You can join in whenever.
I mean, obviously it is football because you're playing with your feet, but in America we call it soccer, and I'm American, so I mean, I'm just gonna stick to my guts, America all the way. So I'm calling it soccer. Like,
Okay.
That's what it is.
So are you saying America first?
Hey,
Soccer?
hey! I mean, I gotta stick to my guns, so
Okay.
I think I'm gonna call it soccer.
I'm a. What is it? The Second Amendment? Choose to say nothing. I don't know. What is it that they say when I have the right to not
No
say?
comment?
Yeah, just no comment. We'll go with that.
No comment.
I'm cool with either or. It doesn't,
Okay.
Yeah,
doesn't bother me.
Everybody
Same.
knows. Everybody. I mean,
Everybody
football,
knows
soccer.
it like soccer or football. I'm like still like same.
I know some people that get so hot or offended about like if you call it soccer.
Yeah.
It's just.
Okay.
Call it whatever you want. I'm putting the ball in the back.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, like, that's all. Yeah,
That's
like,
the name of the game.
Yeah,
Put the
just
ball in the
put-
net,
just put the ball
and
in
hopefully
the
you can do it more than the other team.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. So let's get back to PDL. I want to. Who's the top scorer between you guys right now? Okay, so I want to go. I want to go to Gabriel. So you're a right back, and you keep scoring goals. First of all, tell us how you feel about that. And
Feel great. Feel confident. Sorry, I'm going to cut you off
No,
if you're
no,
going to
go
say
ahead.
more. Obviously, anytime you can score, it gives you an adrenaline rush. It gives you a
Right.
confidence boost, regardless of how the goal happens. So, obviously, I'm on an emotional high right now from it, and I can expect to continue to ride that confidence out throughout the season. Yeah, so I feel great.
So goals are coming from a right back. Is that something we can expect more from you?
That's a good question. I would say what you could expect from me as a right back is to continue to provide what I've been doing in the first three
So
games,
being
which is
at the right place at the right time, whether it be like defensive or offensive wise.
yeah. I mean, that's all you can do as a player is you position yourself anticipating where you think the ball is going to fall. You position yourself appropriately on defense in an appropriate position to be able to cover your other players and to be able to make a tackle or delay the game. That's all it is. You can't really control the end result. So as far as if I'm going to keep on scoring, no one knows. No one knows how the ball is going to fall.
Right.
I could get lucky and someone could try to clear the ball and it goes off my chest and into the goal, like happened to us the other day. It's not like that guy was trying to score. You got lucky. So all I can do is keep bringing the same effort, continue to bring the same courage that I've had to work on consistently to be able to stick my head or foot in a risky situation where you may get hit or punched by the goalie, and hope the ball falls well. That's all I can hope for. So.
All right. And what do you feel about? Of course, you feel great, but like expand on that great feeling. What are your thoughts?
I mean, yeah, scoring's awesome. I love scoring. So the fact that I've been playing left back probably for like all 3 games almost, and I got to score is just like, it feels great because that's what as an attacker, like that's what I'm used to doing. So if I can do it from a defensive point as well, like, I mean, it's cool. Like I like to score. So.
I think the world, soccer in the world it's a very fluid game, right? Like
Yeah.
you don't just if you're a left back or right back or even like center defender, you don't just stay in the mid of the defense, right? So is it justifiable to say that you guys are kind of the hidden weapons of the team, where you go forward unexpectedly Because everybody expects the forwards to score, right?
Yeah.
Nobody sees the right or left backs runs.
Yeah, I could say that. I wouldn't really say it's hidden though, just because the game of soccer's developed so much where like now it's almost like known that people that like your right back and your left back's gonna be in the attack. So I mean, I wouldn't say it's hidden, but I think some people are still kind of surprised when you see some like a right back like hit a really good shot or like a left back hit a really good shot and score. So I mean, yeah, I wouldn't say it's hidden, but it's definitely sometimes unexpected.
Cool.
I'd say to kind of speak to one of your other questions that you asked, to kudos to the coaching staff, is, you know, they want to change the dynamic of American soccer. And the typical American soccer style is you play strong and you kick the ball over the top and you hope a guy can run faster than the defender and they put it in the back of the net. And that's not what we're trying to do here. Obviously, we're trying to put the ball in the back of the net, but we want to do it in a way that allows us to maintain possession and to do it in a way that's really fun and exciting for the crowd to watch. So I would also agree we're not hidden as the outside backs. It's what's expected of us and it's what the coaching staff is looking for. So you can definitely expect to continue to see us in attacking positions where we're inside or just outside the 18, serving crosses and or even taking shots like Stanley's goal from probably 22 out.
Yeah, pretty
So awesome shot.
Royals game,
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, man.
You can expect to see a lot of that from us, and then also the fluidity, as you mentioned, seeing us interchange. If you watch the games at any time, you'll notice my right winger Ben, he'll be in a right back position, and I'll be sometimes the highest player on the field. So the system that we like to play gives us the freedom to be able to interchange and cover each other at any given moment.
And going back to you, when you're playing a winger, like forward wing, how important is the communication with your back defenders?
It's really important because sometimes it's just like you're saying, you know, like our outsides, you know, they'll go up and everything. So whenever I get the ball, go inside, they will always make the run behind me and everything. So, you know, the communication's always there, but how we've been training and how our coaches have been telling us and everything, like if you see him going behind you, you know, you automatically know, okay, you have to drop back, you know. So it's kind of like we already have it, you know, like saying, okay, if he runs, I know I have to cover him back. So it's kind of like just like visualizing and everything like that.
So I wanna talk about our fans for now. What do you guys think about our very loyal fans, and what did you guys expect from them? Did they deliver? Do you expect more from them? What are your thoughts?
You start off, man. You're a local boy.
Yeah, I was gonna start. Well, for me, it was the first game that we had here, the scrimmage against CCFC. I was surprised. I was really surprised of the amount of people that went, and I was surprised and happy when I got to the field, because I mean, I'm from here, playing for a home team and everything, and seeing my friends, my family, everybody coming and watch us. It was amazing. It was a really amazing thing.
I've played soccer my whole life, and as any soccer player playing in America knows, we don't get very many fans, typically. So it was a great surprise when we came out to our first home opener, because I wasn't at the first scrimmage, I was finishing up school. But coming out to the first home opener and seeing, nearly 1,000 fans out there, all chanting cheers in unison and having a mascot out there and music. I was dancing on the field. It was a blast. So it's great that there's a really tight-knit local support group. And that was one of the things that attracted me to the club, was seeing that the contracts you guys already had with the radio station and with different type of media outlets that were putting out things to come with CCFC. It was cool to see that there's a really big fan support, and we hadn't even played a game yet. So that was an exciting part of me deciding to come here as well. So we're really grateful for the fans and the energy they bring, because the more energy they bring, the more excitement. Anytime you hear your name or number yelled, it just gives you that little extra to, push when you're exhausted in the 89th minute and you hear 1,000 people cheering for you. It gives you a little extra to go.
Yeah, for me, it was just I was surprised as well, because for the first scrimmage, me and my cousin actually drove down from New Mexico, which is 9 hours. So we were just driving down we're just gonna come down here. We're gonna play a scrimmage game, like nothing major. And then we get to the stadium and like we see like the music's on. There's people walking in.
Music was
people
hype.
flying. And I was
Who's
like,
DJing, man? Was that you?
And I was like,
No.
DJ was hype.
We had a real DJ make us our playlist.
oh, okay.
That was good.
And I was just like, I was like, man, like they actually, like they want to be here, like they want to support us, and that's kind of like what made it like hype for me. Like when we were on the field and walking out, and I was just like, wow, like this is crazy. And I was just looking at my cousin like, dude, like we're actually here, like doing this, like it was just mind blowing to both of us, and just like seeing all those fans and stuff just made it like even more like surreal kind of, and it was just like really cool. And then when we came for the first home opener, like there was more people, and it was just like, wow, like this is crazy, because I've never played like in front of. I've played soccer for a long time. I was like, I don't know, since I was 4 years old, and I've never seen had like a fan base that was that big. And it's just like, wow, like this is like crazy. It just shows how much, like how far soccer's come in America. Like to whenever I was younger, and really nobody really cared about it, and now like everybody's on this like wave of like wanting to be a part of like what soccer is now. And I think it's really cool, and I hope like it just gets better from here on.
Cool. So I want to open the discussion going back to PDL again. Again, it's going to be an open discussion. What are your thoughts about the next game against Texas United?
Well, for me, it's not personal, but me and another guy on our team played with them last year, so we know a couple faces on that team, so it's going to be very interesting.
Sounds pretty personal.
It's not. It's not. It's just.
It's not personal, but
it's not personal. But I mean, it's gonna be fun. I know there's a couple guys on that team that were there last year, so it's gonna be interesting. I know the setup's a little bit different, but I mean, there's still a couple guys there that we knew, so it's gonna be interesting. I think it's gonna be really fun and really good competition as well.
let's see. Right now they're sitting at the top of the table, so it's always fun to go against some of the best competition, because that's really the point of it, is to test ourselves against the best to see how we can perform. So I'm pretty excited, and the team's excited to go into the game. It'll be a huge 3 points, and it'll put us at the top of the table. But most importantly, it's just like any other soccer game. Come into it with the same mentality, same approach, prepare the same way, and give the same work rate and training for the week. And we'll prepare to the best of our abilities and hope to show that on what is it, Friday?
Yeah, Friday.
Yeah, show that on Friday. Every day's the same, man. It's soccer every day. All the days of this.
I mean, just like how Gabe said, like they're like on the top of the league. They've been winning 2 games in a row, and they have that like that mentality of coming like, oh, we're gonna win every single game. So it's gonna be exciting. They're a strong team and everything. So we're excited to take them on Friday, and I'm pretty sure we can beat them and get those 3 points at home again.